What's going on, guys? Tonight we are here at the Madison Seminary in Madison, Ohio. Now tonight's objective is we're here to dive deeper into this portal that has recently been opened intentionally. Now the owner, Adam Kimmel, has recently built a room completely made out of mirrors. Now a lot of people believe mirrors can be portals for entities to come in and come out of a place. Now recently, they've had a lot of activity inside of this building and a lot of people are attributing that to this portal room. But tonight we're here to ask Adam Kimmel why he built a portal inside of a place that was already haunted and what's happening to the entities inside now that this has been built. Without further ado, let's jump into it.
Over the years, I've been accused of some really outlandish claims that I've trapped the dead here, raising demons. We did create the mirror room, the 6x6x6 cube, and if we are going to bring things in, that's how you're going to do it.
Release us.
Like, this might be demonic stuff.
The devil.
Does it think you're like a believer?
Yeah, it's trying to strike fear. That's where they get energy from most of the time, is fear.
Did you hear a voice?
I'm hearing stuff out here. It's like faint walking.
We were just talking, and yeah, coming around the corner, I had you go back with the light because you weren't filming, but your light was on, and there was a dark shadow. It moved really quick when we came around the corner, but then I had you do it again. It was not the same. It was like something was standing right here and then zipped really quick.
As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the supernatural, we never know what we might uncover. Just like in Jackpot World, where the thrill of discovery awaits at every spin. Jackpot World has over 300 plus authentic Vegas slots, all with different gameplays, with its latest feature, Mario's Fantasy World, bringing that same sense of adventure to your fingertips. It's like embarking on a ghost hunt, but with rewards that are far less elusive. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. I think I found my new favorite game. With stunning graphics and immersive gameplay, Mario's Fantasy World is packed with bonuses and surprises. Listen, you can't imagine the high payout. It's not a challenge to hit that jackpot of up to 10 trillion coins. It's the perfect companion for those who, like me, crave a little adventure, whether in haunted halls or virtual reels. We are going to spin the wheel. Let's see what we get here. Come on, come on, come on. Give me something good. Give me something good. Give me something good. We just got the mini. We just got the mini. Let's go. So whether you're chasing ghosts or jackpots, remember that adventure is just a click away. Download Jackpot World by scanning this QR code right here or checking my description box and dive into Mario's Fantasy World today.
My name is Adam Kimmel, ADAMKIMMELL, and I'm the owner of the Madison Seminary out here in Madison, Ohio. So I've been investigating the paranormal for over 14 years. One of the very first locations I went to was the Madison Seminary. It was easy, it was close from where I grew up, and every time I came here to investigate, it was something very intriguing to me, always had amazing activity. The third time I investigated the Madison Seminary, which was in 2016, I don't know what came over me. You can ask all the people I was with. It was like I turned into a werewolf. Midway into the investigation, I just was like, I'm gonna buy this place. Like, I am super obsessed with it. I need to buy this. And here's the thing, I'm not a millionaire. I didn't have any money at the time, but there was this gut instinct in me. I was also celebrating my 32nd birthday, right? And I don't know what came over me. I was just, the rest of the night, I wasn't even, it was amazing. We had a lot of evidence, but by the end of the night, I was like, when I see the owner's son, I'm going to ask him what it's gonna take to buy this. Like, I just felt like I'm not going to leave the Madison Seminary without being its new owner. A lot of the lore around the Madison Seminary was here prior to me purchasing it. As far as I know, there were people back in 2016 investigating here. So when I purchased it in 2016, it was already established that there was a haunting of Sarah. There was a haunting within the asylum. Allegedly, a woman was buried in the floor. These were all here prior to me. Now, as it was under my ownership, you get multiple teams coming in here, and I've been a big advocate of trying to understand the foreign and domestic haunting. The domestic haunting would be the Women's Relief Corps with the Victorian era. You would have the health department, and even possibly fragmentation and residuals from the police department here in the 80s. That's the domestic haunting. But what I've always realized as an investigator, we bring things with us. There are attachments that follow people, and that's where you get the foreign haunting. I don't care, this is gonna sound controversial. I've always wondered why there's some owners, they know exactly what's in their location. There's this, there's that, and this room's that. At the end of the day, I don't know what's here because it's almost like a constant change. Things are brought in, things stay, things leave. And at the end of the day, I don't know what's here. I think a lot of it now is the foreign haunting. And maybe even the only thing that's really here is Sarah. But as we've discussed before, it's like with opening up portals, we've created a mirror room out here. That mirror room is believed to allow things to enter in back and forth. Has that really messed up how the hauntings dynamic is? I don't know. Over the years, I've been accused of some really outlandish claims that I've trapped the dead here. I'm bringing in things, I'm raising demons. You gotta understand from an investigator's point of view, like this is science-based. I want to see what happens when you do things. So in the essence of it, we did create the mirror room, the 6x6x6 cube. And if we are gonna bring things in, that's how you're gonna do it. It's all for the sake of science. So instead of being told that I'm trapping things here, I'll be very open about this. It's a huge invitation. Let's see if we can ramp the energy up.
Hi everyone, I'm Audrey from Audrey and Bella. So I always wanted to be a content creator. I love content creation, making videos. I've always had a lot of paranormal experiences growing up. My house is very haunted. I also have a lot of relatives that have passed away that I have received signs from. And so whenever I met Bella, we both kind of shared that interest and we decided to create a paranormal YouTube channel. So I do believe in the paranormal. I've always experienced it since I was a kid. However, there are a lot of people that are skeptics that I know personally. And I think my goal is ultimately to try and prove that there is something after you pass away.
I started as a skeptic. We all have to have that aha moment that things are happening. And the one thing that I've loved about Madison is it has definitely turned a lot of skeptics into believers. Now again, I love skepticism. I started as that as well. But Madison's very special. It's a very unique activity and haunting here. And you know what, as a warning, when I first got into this way back, 2010, when we first get into it, we're super ambitious. We don't care. We're not worried about the dangers. But one thing I can say is I've learned there's two kind of people in the paranormal. Those that are grounded and those that are more open, they're more empathetic, they're more sensitive. And if you're a grounded individual, think of it this way, someone comes at you with a negative attitude, do you hold that? Does it ruin the rest of your day? Or do you just, boom, you hit it and it's gone? Those people, I don't think ever have a problem here. The energy doesn't seem to affect them. I worry more about the people that are open, they're more sensitive, the ones that can have a bad day and it affects them the rest of their day, right? It's like stone tape theory. These walls are stained with a lot of sadness, a lot of anger. I've seen a lot of people be affected by that. And I can say that as an owner of 8 years. This isn't like, oh, 1 or 2 cases. There's quite a few cases where people have been curled up in a ball crying up in the asylum. And then when you ask them what happened, they said, oh, I was just overwhelmed by sadness. I was overwhelmed by this feeling of anger, overwhelmed by a feeling of being trapped. Can that many people be off? I don't know. We can say it's a psychological thing, but I really think that these walls are telling a story of the past.
Hey everyone, I'm Bella from Audrey and Bella. So what got me into the paranormal is just I've grown up like loving everything scary, spooky things, scary movies. Like I've always been into that kind of stuff. And the older I got, the more I've just been drawn to it. So I eventually just decided like, oh, I want to start doing paranormal stuff. And that's like when me and Audrey became friends. We like got close over like something else, but we decided that we wanted to start a channel about like a year ago.
Madison has a long-standing reputation for the paranormal. The town was once home to the Women's Relief Corps, an organization dedicated to supporting Civil War veterans and their families. While noble in purpose, many believe their lingering presence can still be felt. Disembodied voices, murmuring prayers, and the faint sound of footsteps echoing in buildings tied to their legacy. Later, one of Madison's key landmarks was converted into an asylum, marking a darker chapter in its history. Conditions were bleak. Overcrowding, isolation, and questionable treatments left a deep emotional scar. Visitors today report hearing blood-curdling screams, seeing shadow figures in the halls, and feeling an overwhelming sense of despair. Paranormal investigators have captured chilling EVPs and unexplained phenomena in the asylum's ruins. Things took an even more sinister turn recently when the asylum's current owner constructed a devil's toy box. The 6x6x6 mirrored cube is said to act as a portal to other dimensions, and its effects have been disturbing. Nausea, hallucinations, and devices mysteriously malfunctioning. Some believe it's amplifying the town's paranormal energy, attracting not only spirits, but potentially darker entities. Reports of shadow figures, glowing red eyes, and sudden scratches fuel speculation that something demonic might be at play. Madison isn't just haunted, it's a hotbed of unexplained activity that seems to grow darker with each passing year. For those curious or brave enough, it's a place where the line between our world and the next feels dangerously thin.
Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.
It just looks so ominous at night. It's a huge building.
So big.
Yikes. This place has a wild history, and something we do want to touch on tonight is a lot of the hot spots. We're going to give you guys all the history about this place, but it's just really creepy.
You guys gotta see the mirror room where the portal is. It's trippy.
Okay, so we also have a few more guests joining us tonight on the investigation, but before they join us, we're going to have the owner, Adam Kimmel, walk us around, and we're going to ask him a few questions. Now, when I was doing live streaming full time, I actually lived in this place for a week, and let me tell you something. This place can get very terrifying very quickly. Savannah, can you do the heel click?
No, I can't. I'm not coordinated enough for that.
This armor vest weighs like 20 pounds, but I might still be able to do it.
Let's see if he can get off the ground. Come on, come on. Wait, you blended into the darkness.
Did I?
Yes. You have to do it again.
But I did it.
I mean, I feel like people could have seen you, but we need like proof.
Well,
here we go.
Let's do it up here. Come on.
All right, you're good right here. Go for it. Heel click. Go, go, go. Oh, yeah. Wow.
I did not get very high off the ground.
I mean, I will say, he's got all that added weight.
I wasn't made to leave the ground, to be honest with you.
True. But what does it say about America that everywhere he goes in that vest, no one bats an eye?
No one asked any questions.
Literally ever.
Level 4 body armor, and people are just like, hey.
Hello. We went in Costco with it on.
Welcome to America. Only in ghost hunting can a grown man walk around with a child's toy and not be batted an eye at.
It seems like it's normal. You know how many teams walk in with dolls and stuff and we're just like, all right.
So what is the story with this doll before we get started?
All right, so for those who've been here, you have seen Maddie. When I purchased this in 2016, there were only 2 items in the seminary. The rest was all just garbage and leftover materials. One was the dentist chair up in the asylum, and one was Maddie. Now, there was a nursery business running this place. 2 of the workers one day walk her down to me, just around the corner here. They walk her to me and they say, Mr. Kimmel, they called it Sarah's doll at the time. We named it Maddie. This is Sarah's doll, and if you take care of her, she'll take care of you in this building. Now, again, I'm straight to the face trying to be serious about this. Like, I thought it was a joke. And I'm just nodding. I'm like, oh, that's good to know. And they said, if you want us to change her dress one last time, we will. And I was like, no, leave her as she is. But they were dead serious. They really believed if you took care of her, she'll take care of you in this building. Now, they were Mexican, so in that culture, they're more, spiritual. And they really believed that, so.
So we will leave Maddie here for the rest of our walkthrough.
Why are you having trouble?
But I just wanted to give Maddie a nice welcoming hug.
All right.
So we'll put Maddie back.
Maddie could do for good hair brushing.
Thanks for coming back, Kalani.
Okay, so many years ago, there was...
When Walmart was 24/7.
When Walmart was 24/7 and everything was right in the world, Harambe was still alive.
Yes. 2019.
You were accused of trapping spirits here from this satanic shuffleboard.
This satanic symbol from the Necronomicon?
Yeah, so
directly from the book. Was
the Keys of Solomon, right?
Keys of Solomon, right here. We're looking at it. I was accused of that. Luckily, our debunkers came in. This is a shuffleboard from the 1980s when the police were here. They used to play shuffleboard back and forth.
So back then, someone was accusing you of trapping spirits here, but you've almost taken that one step further now, and you've created this giant hole, a giant door per se, with this giant mirror room upstairs. Now, what's the inspiration? What's the intent? Why do something like that?
Well, I think you'll appreciate this. When I met Kalani, dude, science-based, we've got questions. It literally was like, why not? You know, people believe that mirrors are portals, okay? One of our tour guides, Shelly, you may notice when you walk through, has mirrors covered. You know, she's uncomfortable like just with the mirrors in general, but you'll see that a lot, even in Velisca that was happening. So we decided, let's push it. Let's create a 6x6x6 cube of mirrors, perfectly aimed at each other, to create a portal, a gateway. See if we can bring things in.
Now, I've heard from some people that's almost kind of ramped up everything here. Do you think that the entities here have gained more power, or do you think that there's just more entities here entirely?
Well, from the beginning, I've always said, like, you know, it's a foreign versus domestic haunting. People bring stuff in all the time. I do believe it's ramped, and I can only take from the accounts of paranormal teams. There was a flashlight tour here one night, right? I'm in the mirror room with a few guests. I'm just talking about it. And these people walk in and they're like, oh, we'll never walk in there again. I'm like, oh, that's a little dramatic. What's that about? And they were here a few nights prior for a private, and they said when they started their investigation, they walked up into that room, and they'd been here before, you know, they knew what it was. They didn't walk in that first night. When they went this night and they opened the door, this cold gush of air hit them. Right? Now, if you go up there, there is no airflow. There's no airflow.
Yeah.
And they claimed that it was almost like something was trapped and it just like was released the minute they opened the door. I mean, that was their account, and you can only take someone at face value. Like, I believe what they were saying. They were terrified, and they did not step in the mirror room. They just told the story and then walked out.
Well, and another thing that kind of adds to kind of the mysticism of this place is not even a couple miles away, you have a huge, enormous body of water. Mm-hmm. Like abnormally large for pretty much anywhere else in terms of.
And there's ore mining as well going on. You have so many catalysts.
Yeah.
You know, that could, yeah, absolutely.
And we've had these weird experiences with places that are on ley lines, and you know, a lot of people have theorized that that has something to do with hauntings, but we've had some really crazy experiences in the past few weeks with places that sit right on ley lines. So natural phenomenon and artificial phenomenon in the sense of creating these hauntings, there is a connection here.
100%.
And I think when you start toying with creating these portals, you are essentially inviting anything and everything into a space. And there was already rumors that there was something bad here.
Yes.
So there's no telling what could be here and what could come in at any time.
Oh, and it's like this, and this is to owners out there, like, you know, when you ask an owner what's in your building, there's no way to really know.
No.
And I've been criticized so many times because I can't tell from day to day what is changing in here. We can say, oh, Sarah's in this room and you've got Mary in that room. I don't know at the end of the day. I'm pretty sure if there's one haunting I'm sure is here, it's Sarah. But I don't know what else is manifested
And we still
around it.
really don't know who Sarah or what Sarah is.
I think at the end of the day, we may have created Sarah, not us, but thought form. Investigators dating back all the way to 2006. And something has engulfed in that energy. I don't know though, but.
Because you've had people that have said demon, you've had people said shadow figure, you said little girl, poltergeist. You've had literally every label under the sun for Sarah, and we still don't have any concrete answers. And then you add in this giant portal room on top of that. So is Sarah getting stronger? Is Sarah getting weaker? These are all questions we have.
Ooh, yeah, so, it's open borders right now.
Like
with that gateway or that portal of mirrors, you're inviting everything in. And that's really interesting to say that. Has Sarah lost her foothold?
It's almost like when you invite a rival gang into a city and the gang that was already established, like what happens with that. It's interesting to see. I'm kind of curious to see what activity we get tonight. But I'm going to take you guys down to our first hotspot. Now, I'll have Adam explain this spot to you guys. But this is kind of where a lot of the mystery of this place starts. And when you first got this place, you had this rumor through the town that something about a woman being buried in the basement, and a lot of the people that had this place. So what has this place been throughout its history?
So it was a school around 1847, the original structure of the Madison Seminary. At the turn of the century, the Women's Relief Corps would purchase this, and they still exist today, but they're not as powerful as they used to be. Because I mean, come on, they erected this in 1906. This is, if you had to value it today, $26 million. So you look at how much it would have cost back then. That was for displaced Civil War widows They would have been in here, and we actually have one very famous Civil War spy, Elizabeth Stiles, who worked directly with Abraham Lincoln. So we're already getting some interesting ties to history. After that, the Department of Health would take it over, and this is the story we hear everywhere. They take elderly women in, mentally abused women, mentally insane women. You've got a whole smorgasbord of women put in here, and that's where it gets very interesting with all these urban legends. And the one just around the corner you're talking about is what we call the buried room. Now, the police were here in the 80s, and shortly after the purchase in 2016, some of the cops would stop by and be like, hey, some of the old chiefs would tell us that there was a woman buried in the floor just to scare us, things like that. And they would go on and on about, at the turn of the century, a teacher and a teacher's aide had an affair. She gets pregnant. He can't expose that because he's married, ends up killing her, and it was somewhere in this structure. Now, the school and the Women's Relief Corps coexisted for a short time. So the theory goes, while this was being constructed and the school was finishing up, he took her over here while this was under construction and buried her in the floor. That's the buried room right here.
Every time you walk in here, it's just like
Very ominous, weird.
it's not just a hole in the ground.
Well, there's so much, we talk about stone tape theory, right? How many people now have put their energy into this, have been in this hole trying to find answers to this? Prior to it being dug up, people would come in here with dowsing rods. I had a guy here with Mohican feathers in his hat. Now, if they have that, you listen, right? He comes in, you listen. And he comes up and he's like, you want to know where that buried woman is in your floor? I'm like, yeah. It was during a public hunt, takes me in here. Now, we just said a woman was buried. We didn't have coordinates yet. He walks with his dowsing rods back and forth, gets right here, they cross. He's like, I bet you real money she's in the floor here. I'm like, okay.
No way.
Again, feathers in the hat. And I was like, oh,
I believe you.
I believe you already.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was, I think, 2018, 2019. This whole operation goes on. We have ground penetrating radar. They get a hit here. It's about 3 feet down, a football-sized shape. My stomach drops because I knew the reports that there were illegal abortions happening, women getting pregnant in an all-women facility, a lot of red flags. Yeah. And I'm thinking, man, you're gonna dig this up, and I don't think you're gonna find.
It's gonna be a crime scene at that point. Yeah.
Anyway, they bring in cadaver dogs. They're getting hits in that corner right over there. 3 different units all get the hits. They're digging this up. I'm watching this. Now, it sounds like a bullshit story, but I'm watching this. I watched the sonar hit in real time. I'm watching watching them dig. And when they get down to that 3 foot, they're all sweaty. There's no air circulation here. And they're like, what's going on? They get down there. It's completely nothing, right? And the guys come up with their ground penetrator and they said, in our 20 years of doing this, we would have put hard money on the table that you would have found something right there. They called it a phantom anomaly, right? So a phantom anomaly, basically you're gonna get a ping if something's there, but when you go to dig, it's not. It's giving you some kind of false read. So the dogs get a hit. We don't understand that. It just kind of wrapped up after that. I mean, we're just left with more questions.
If we think about the time theory, right, where hauntings could be happening or will happen, right? What if there is something that does end up there at some point in time?
You know, that's the shit I like, dude.
Right, so like what if there was a ping there of something that does get buried because there is a hole exposed in the ground
on a different
time.
So
we do bury something now, and that gets pinged back then because for some reason during that time when they ran that ground penetrating radar, there was a blip.
Because it was almost like the future was haunting the past, in a sense. And this is where it's like, if we're gonna get weird, time is a human construct, right? It's like we talked about giving coordinates and stuff. Kalani had said something very interesting to me. He goes, if I was going to be haunting in the future, I advertise all the time where I am. When you're doing lives and stuff, you're saying the day and all that. What creates a haunting? Why do people go to the Villisca Axe murder house? They want to go for one instant that was there, just a murder of a family, right? Yeah. How many other things happened in that house? But they're looking for one particular moment. And what's the most booked date? June 9th and June 10th of the Villisca Axe murder house, because that's when it allegedly happened. So if people wanted to communicate to you or me,
they would come the exact day they knew I would be somewhere when I was doing a stream or whatever. And we've actually had crazy experiences in this building with this crazy time idea that we've had. And even furthermore, the best way to explain this, and the reason that time is just a human construct, is that somewhere out there in space, the 1950s broadcast of I Love Lucy is still shooting out. If we had the technology to tap into that live stream, you could still technically be watching a live stream in 1950 in 2024. Doesn't mean that it's still live in 1950, but you're still watching it in 2024. And that right there shows you that time is just something that we've created. Let's move to our next spot. So we've stopped here before we get to Sarah's room. This has been caught on camera, opening and closing, and it doesn't look like it's just airflow. I know sometimes with doors you get this funky, weird vacuum that can happen sometimes, but this thing has been caught literally going like this and then closing.
With intelligent response, can you open it? Can you close it? And here's the thing, like, I've never seen it happen again. I wasn't here when it happened, it was filmed. But there have been times I've come here and it's open, you know, but I've never seen it where it's like, it'll close in front of me. I cannot explain that, but this is the old laundry chute.
And again, if we're looking at the time thing, how many times would somebody have
Yep.
and then done that?
Yep.
Right, so we're
100%.
thinking ghost, something dead, but it could have easily just been throw the laundry down.
Another day of work. Yeah.
And we're just seeing that take place in our time. Makes you wonder.
The most controversial room was that baby Trump.
Oh.
Have you ever seen this?
Is that actually?
What do you mean? Is
Or is
it
it
actually?
No, like,
I paid a lot of money for this.
No. I meant, like, is it like a parody painting?
No. Someone brought this. If you didn't believe in reincarnation.
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Baby Trump.
Quite frankly, love Madison, great people. Adam's a great guy, okay? Love Adam, great guy. That's
It's crazy, right?
It looks like a Benjamin Button Trump.
Yeah.
That's why I asked if it was like a parody painting.
No,
Because-
that's real. That was dropped off. This is a real portrait of a child. Victorian era.
That is
Yeah.
a scary looking. I knew the Victorian era was scary, but that's scary.
Who knew Trump existed back then?
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation, yeah.
Crazy.
Oh my.
Most controversial room here at the Madison Seminary, Sarah's room.
Ooh, what is that?
It
right
looks
there?
like the offerings have multiplied quite a bit.
Yeah.
I remember when this happened. People are interesting. It was a public ghost hunt using one of the 60s, caught an active EVP and it just said money. What does that even mean? I don't know what we were asking. It was nothing about money. Lady's about to walk out. She goes, is it okay if I leave $1 for Sarah? She was the first to do it. That happened maybe 4 years ago. Now, after that, it's the power of suggestion or people are just, offering to the dead.
Yeah.
Between the two things that are happening here. Now, this is a loaded controversy, and I like the way you think, because we're trying to wrap our heads around this. Like, did we create this? And this even gets into the argument of portals, right? Was the portal here, or did we create the portal? I can't double check the work of the team that came before. I'm assuming they were sometime in 2006, 2007. That's the earliest report of ghost hunting. Someone in here thought that they were the authority to catch that EVP, go down, tell the ownership at that time, hey, you got a little girl haunting up here. They even slap a sticker up there, and then that literally creates a timeline where we think we're communicating with a little girl, Sarah, just from that one investigation.
And this is the portal here.
They think this
Rumored
is the
portal.
rumored portal, the closet. There have been so many teams that have talked about, feeling uncomfortable in there. They think that the mood changes when the doors close versus open, things like that. It's like the chicken and the egg theory. I don't know. Did we create this or was it always here? I'm probably leaning towards we created this.
Well, if you think about it, you did create a portal.
Yeah.
So
This
what
one-
if? But what if that portal was just the result of you creating the mirror now, and they're picking up on that back then?
What was that?
What was that?
I heard something.
It came from the closet area.
Right as I'm talking about. Right, so they're talking about a portal in a closet, but what if they just have the wrong closet? Right, because you make this portal room, and they think there's a portal in the closet, and they've tied it to this room. But what if they were just picking up on
Who's they?
The future, right?
the
Or
people that
saying,
came before us that did this investigation?
Oh, you're talking
and
about
say
back
there's a
then.
portal here.
What if they're picking up
What if
on
they're
the
picking
portal
up on the
now?
mirror room that you made
because
to
it's
bring
of the
in
top.
entities?
So now that's why there's like double portals here. There's like the closet and the mirror room.
Or it's just
Or
it's just
who's,
one or the other.
yeah, or who, yes. See, this is where it gets really deep rabbit hole. Because what are we communicating with? The future or the past? What has the future,
Has the future created the
Yes.
past, or has the past created the
Yes,
future?
yeah.
Or are we just...
Because think
That's
about all
what
the
I
times.
think it is, that right there.
Yes, that. Because if they hear us talking about, well, let's create a mirror room, let's create a portal. We don't know when you get those EVPs, are you sure that's the dead talking, or do you know that maybe it's the future? And all you had to hear back then was us, even right now, this conversation now could have sparked this happening, which led later to the mirror room. Yeah, it's a
Mind bender.
mind bender.
Literally.
So,
Because maybe you catch an EVP in this room that starts talking about mirrors, you get the inspiration to create a mirror room, and it was just us talking about the mirror room that you ended up creating. And then now we're sitting here rambling on a YouTube video about time.
yes, because I think, well, investigators need to understand that. Like, time's not linear.
It's not linear.
It's not linear.
It's just a ball.
It's a ball, right? So, and I think sometimes it's funny, like, I just think of like a yarn ball. If we were to see an apparition right now of a woman in a Victorian gown and things like that, that yarn ball, all those different strings, ours lined up for a moment in that yarn ball. And it's only gonna pass for a fraction of a second. Boom, she's gone. And then people are like, well, can't you recreate it? No, that yarn ball is all
What are
messed
the
up.
odds
What are the
that
odds
those
that
pieces of yarn will cross again?
Will cross again. And that's why you cannot recreate it. It was a very unique moment in time.
That's so crazy to think of.
So, the question is tonight, what two pieces of yarn, if any, will cross on this investigation? Back to Sarah. A lot of people think, including Adam, that this could be an egregore, a thought form entity, that so many people have created this haunting, right? That people come in looking for Sarah, that they've created a Sarah. And you've also got the idea that maybe any spirit that's here is just responding to the name Sarah because, well, they're not getting any other attention.
That one cracks me up. Okay. Because that's like theory 3, is that you have Mary over here in the other room looking over. There's nothing in this room. And investigators are looking for Sarah. And then suddenly Mary comes over and she's like, I'm Mary. And they get that EVP and they're like, Mary, can you please step aside? We're here for Sarah tonight. Those spirits are going to get aggravated and be like, shit, I'll be Sarah. Because there's no receipt to an EVP. They can say whatever they want. So I think a lot of spirits just chime in and be like, hey, I'll do that tonight because I want to interact with people. I'm lonely, but I know what they want to hear. They want to hear Sarah.
So we don't know if we're talking to a demon, an egregore, Mary, or something from the future, the past.
The future, the past, a woman with dementia who still thinks she's childlike but still suffering from that. There's so many possibilities, and it could be a future haunting.
But
it could be.
Many people have experienced Sarah in the room that we're standing in, and from footsteps to EVPs to pretty much every piece of equipment that you could have go off has gone off in this room. So this is the asylum portion. This is probably the creepiest part of the Madison Seminary. And this is also where I lived for an entire week.
I think you cooked some chicken too.
I did. I cooked some chicken right over there. And I opened a Dybbuk box here.
That's right.
And it still sits in that room right over here.
Oh, is it still there? Yeah. We keep all these cursed haunted items. That's what we do. And for anyone, like, if there was an epicenter to the haunting, this has always been a known hotspot. Next to Sarah's room, you have the asylum. In the 20s, 30s, all the way up to the 50s, you would have had women crammed up here, you know? Locals used to call this the nut house for a reason. This was Madison, Ohio's boogeyman. They told the kids, if you act up, we're gonna take you over to the nut house on Middle Ridge. Now, we do know between the 20s and 50s, it was bad, right? It did get cleaned up after the 50s, but it just goes to show that I think that's still stained here. Stone tape theory, we get people that are freaking out all the time. In multiple rooms here, this is the asylum wing here around the corner. Multiple people have had crying fits. They hyperventilate. And the only thing I can think of is all this sadness and anger that are staining on the walls hits people at the wrong time, their shields are down, and that's what's happening.
Well, so my first time ever coming here, I remember walking into the room that has the weird funky table.
Mm-hmm.
And I instantly got sick to my stomach, which that doesn't happen to me in places often. But I've even had friends that have been here at the seminary and people that don't really believe in possessions and things like that, that have had moments where they've blacked out and ended up in a corner. So this is a place that can...
Did you see something?
Did you see shadow play down there?
I think it might be just my eyes trying to adjust.
Yeah.
But this is a place that can really play with you psychologically. And if you're somebody that's more sensitive and more prone to having these more empathetic responses to an environment, this is a place you got to be very cautious, especially on this floor. Now, one thing I do want to mention, especially with what some of these people experience, right? Something I always think about when I go into places where people have had ailments. Is right, if people are hearing and seeing things that people aren't hearing and seeing, what if they're hearing and seeing us, looking for them in their time, right?
We've said this so many times. You get mentally ill patients, they're coming in and they're saying, I hear voices, I hear voices. Is it too far-fetched to think you're actually hearing
Actual voices.
Actual voices?
Yeah.
People communicating with you from the future.
And that's not to say you don't need to get help if you are hearing voices. I'm not discounting mental health. If you need help, get help. But what I am saying is,
Maybe those people weren't crazy.
maybe they weren't crazy.
I think a lot of them weren't crazy. They had a gift that was not understood.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
When you're talking about a time in history where people didn't understand not only the treatment, but the illness, right? So they send them here, they put them here, and these people have these episodes where they sit and they can't move and they're kind of just stuck.
Yeah.
And what are they experiencing? What are they seeing?
Well, think about it. It's almost like a deprecate. What do they call that? Shit. What's the thing when you're isolated, like a deprivation tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, sensory deprivation.
Well, imagine if you're in a straitjacket and you're really isolated. You can't. All your stuff's moving. You only have your brain to focus on. It could enhance that. You know.
Well, and then you have the people sitting in the catatonic state, right? Like you don't know what's going through their head in that moment.
Yep.
And we can theorize and we can
That was my foot. Sorry.
okay. And we can kind of throw out some ideas, but at the end of the day, we don't know what these people were experiencing. But something we do know is that there was some mistreatment that went on. And a lot of these people experienced the world from looking out that window right there. And any way you stack it up, that's tough.
There was it's eerie you said that because it's so on point. There was a 90-year-old woman who stopped by shortly after the purchase, and she said when she was young, her aunt used to work here, and then when they would drive by Middle Ridge at any time, you would just see hands up here in the windows, just waving. Even in these small windows, if you stared as you drove by, you can see it during the day. You can see up here, you know, and she just remembers that. She remembers seeing all the hands of people waving.
Wow, that's so sad.
Right?
And that's crazy to think, is that these people, for whatever frame of time they were here, this was their life, right? And we're here and we're picking up on these little glimpses and almost moments of time. And I couldn't imagine being stuck up here, especially in the conditions that they were in, hotter than hell, colder than hell.
And think about what you just had said, how you had experienced, you said you felt nausea and all that, like that's stained into those walls. And the only way I can explain it from maybe like a scientific point of view of observation is that you have grounded. You're a very grounded individual. I knew that right when I met you, grounded individual. Someone could give a bunch of bullshit to you that day and it doesn't affect the rest of your day. That's a grounded individual that just takes the energy, boom, back to the ground. And then there are other people where someone's really mean to them and affects the rest of their day.
That's me.
Yes.
That's
Savannah. And that's why I worry about people like that up here for long periods. And I can only say that from everything I've seen. I've seen the people crying. I've seen the people get nauseous. I've seen them run out of this building and trying to touch a tree to ground themselves. Like it's happening a lot.
Well, and with that, there is a different reaction here with men than there is with women.
100%, yeah.
And I think that might play a part in it because, again, somebody like me that normally doesn't have that reaction, why is it that I was almost attacked in that sense where I felt sick? Something affected me in a way that I felt like I had to get out and leave. Right? Because your body has a built-in flight or fight sense.
Yes, it
and
does.
the moment I walk in that door, I was sick and something said, this is wrong. There's something wrong here.
And if we caught them at the wrong time, you and I are not the friendlies. You know, men would have not been their friend. And then for women, you know, I think women that are more sensitive, like you're saying, if you're absorbed to that stuff, you're going to feel the sorrows and things like that. And it could affect us differently. The nausea, the you are not welcome feeling in here. Yeah. But it changes all the time.
Okay. So the OBGYN table.
Is it actually an OBGYN table?
That's the table we brought in. But here's what's interesting, and I will keep your promise. There's an individual, I'm speaking to you, you'll probably see this. I have never given your name. You said until you get your state pension and all that stuff, to not give your name and what you saw in the summer of 1984, July-ish. You claimed that you came up here to get some paperwork, and when he came up here, he looked into this room and he saw it was like an ionized green, kind of like a bronze table, It had legs going out at a 45-degree angle with metal couplings, arms that went out as well with metal couplings, a dentist light looking over it. There was medical cabinets there with things. He stared at it for 10 minutes. He's like, Adam, I thought I was looking at a torture device. And he quickly grabs his paperwork. He goes down, he starts telling the other guys here. And the next, I think he said 2 weeks later, he comes up here, everything was taken out of the room, right? Now, I trust him, all right? I trust him because he did say something before I left. He goes, you know what? What's weird about that table that always like stuck out to me is it was sitting on a marble slab. And the slab that's in there now was actually up against the wall, and that's what got my attention because I didn't tell him what was in here. I was like, hey, there's nothing in there now. In 2016, it was empty. We recreated this. But when I looked at that marble slab, and I'm not a contractor, but I can tell you that it's very uncommon to see on the top of a marble slab drill marks. And he said that this thing had some kind of pegs that sat onto that. That's the smoking gun. It's still here.
Do you think that they were doing some sort of like experimental treatments? I mean, that would be my only thought.
Why was it up here? You got two things. They thought they were helping people, or they possibly were. You know, there was a guest who walked in here and he goes, why would they do this here? I'm thinking, well, if you were, why not on this floor? Because you could have an operational facility downstairs. And if you've got people drugged up here and all hidden away, no one's
going to be able to report.
Nope. And no one's, you can't.
And let's say someone up here says they're up there, they got people strapped to the table. No one's going to believe them.
No one's going to believe you because you go downstairs.
They're crazy. Like
These people are crazy. There's no way that that's taking place up here.
So a lot of the locals, they called this the nut house for one reason.
Wow.
But if you want to look in here, Savannah, this is my my eBay Dybbuk box.
Your eBay Dybbuk box.
I opened it here. Supposedly, if I opened it, I was supposed to die. And I opened it.
You're on borrowed time.
And I put some chicken spice in there.
From when he was cooking chicken.
So if you smell it, you can...
Oh my, that's gourmet right there.
So we've got a gourmet demon right here.
Gourmet.
Everybody loves a gourmet demon. But it looks like they took some paper and burned it in and...
I think I've seen that box at Hobby Lobby before.
Probably.
That exact one.
Paid about $140 for that. So somebody cashed out. Found some Sharpie and...
Yeah.
Wow.
Are there symbols on the back?
Yeah. So they did some homework.
Yeah.
In Sharpie.
In Sharpie.
In Sharpie.
So I guess you can conjure the demons in Sharpie now.
Here we go.
Okay, before we go downstairs, I wanted to point out here, because this is something that I always thought was interesting, is this the one that has it?
Yep. Like the locks on the inside here?
Yeah.
Yep. This caught my eye too, way back. You got one lock here, and this is old too. So it's not like someone put this later after it was all over. If you look at this lock here, this is old, designed from the inside along with this.
So somebody was trying to lock themselves in here from
the outside.
The outside. And if you look over here, you can kind of see where the beds would have been.
I was doing an EVP session one night, never paid attention to the floor. If it wasn't for me standing here to turn my light on to look at the recorder, I looked down, I'm like, what is that little etching hole there? And then when you look around, you got one here. Over here it's worn. It goes all the way back into a perfect, like, it's almost like a single bed.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's another one here, etching here. It's like really scratched here. You can really see it in that back corner. You got two beds that were sitting in here. Why was it locked from the inside?
So it makes you wonder if this was like a staff or if...
Or other.
Yeah.
Or other.
So
I'm leaning towards other.
There's a lot of questions with this room in particular, but I think this is another thing that kind of raises the idea of we don't really know what took place up here, but we do know that a lot of the rumors are probably true. Okay, so I want to point out here, this says Devil's Toybox. I love toys. Wow. Yikes. One person at a time.
Now, we set this up for the public at large. They're going to need like guidelines for like when you have multiple people in the building.
Does this say no having sex?
Yeah.
Was that a concern?
That is a concern. There are people with fetishes that come around, and yes, we've actually caught people in the building.
Yo.
Yeah. Fetishes. Oh, dude, yeah. We've had events before where we had to like kick people out. It hasn't happened in here, but it's like when you look at a car and it says, don't put seatbelt around neck. Someone had to try it. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have to rate this until like, there was an event in the bathroom. So we figured, well, I mean, would you not? Like, I mean, people tried, I bet. So we gotta put that out there.
Okay. Clear rules.
Does that not fall under the rough housing, or is that different?
It could overlap. Hey, while we're here, do you want that coffin?
Yeah, I actually was wondering if, or casket.
Casket.
This would look great in my streaming room.
It's yours.
So I will take this off your hands. I've already cleared it with the wife. Right, wife?
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. That sounded good.
So we're going to be taking this. This will be a part of my new Twitch streams.
Why are those pillows stained?
Don't ask questions. Probably a lot of heads.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mine was one of the first, actually, to lay in
The pillow
this.
is white. We've let other people at this point do it.
A lot of people don't take showers.
Wonderful.
Head and shoulders.
Okay.
This isn't a paid ad. Yeah, I'll take that off your hands. I don't know if I can... I might be able to squeeze it in.
We might be able to move some stuff around.
I might be able to put
You
it
might be able to
in.
do it. I looked at it.
Imagine we pull up to a gas station in our
Cybertruck, casket in the back,
Casket in the back.
me jumping out with a body armor on. There's going to be a lot of questions to be had. But back to the video, since this is the whole reason we're here, is this man-made portal.
Yeah.
So this is what we were talking about. I'm going to go ahead and open it up because there's not going to be any words that I can give you that are going to be able to describe this thing. But it literally is.
You're looking at a 6x6x6 cube of mirrors.
This is crazy.
Oh, there is a cold in here.
Do you feel that? Like, yeah.
And there is no
Why?
airflow.
Yeah.
There is no airflow in here.
Why is it cold?
I don't know.
And only in this spot. Like, there's no reason. Some of these rooms are closed. You walk into them.
Because the
I
rest of
felt
the
that
building's
there.
kind of warm.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like we just let something out.
Mm-hmm. I told you, there was a team that had mentioned that. I think we were talking earlier. They would not step back in. I was talking to some guests here during a flashlight tour, and they said no. During their investigation, they went to open this, and this extreme cold breeze just hit them. It was almost like something came out of this cube.
So I had the idea to ask AI kind of what it thought about a Devil's Toy Box.
Well, this is a first. I've never
So
heard of that.
I've used AI quite a bit, and I wanted to use it inside of the Devil's Toy Box to kind of give it perception. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture. So we're going to take a picture of the Devil's Toy Box, and then
This is really tricky.
And this may answer a lot of questions because people ask all the time, what is this? And it's like a Devil's Toy Box is designed to possibly move the energy, have things go. We all believe things come through mirrors, right? What happens when you do like an infinity loop? But let's have chat
here we go.
GPT explain it.
Okay, ChatGPT, I'm currently standing in a Devil's Toy Box, which is essentially mirrors replying. I just said the wrong shit.
Cut that
Oops.
part. I heard that.
You're walking.
Hello?
Yeah.
Fucking clear as day.
Hello?
Maybe that's us.
No, we weren't.
I'm
moving.
sorry, but I'm having trouble responding right now.
Let me step outside
Please
of the
wait a
box.
bit and try again.
Let me stay by the windows now.
Okay.
Reception, yeah.
Okay. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna ask ChatGPT. So I've uploaded a picture of the Devil's Toy Box to ChatGPT, and we're gonna see kind of what it theorizes about the Devil's Toy Box, and if it can give us any insight. If it can give us any insight on why this is probably a bad idea. Okay, ChatGPT, we have built a room that has mirrors facing each
I'm
other.
sorry, but I'm having trouble responding right now.
Son of a bitch.
Please wait a bit and try
Is it a
again.
reception issue?
I think so. Let me
Sorry.
try.
Well, we have the one from downstairs though. If we can't make this work.
Are you with Verizon?
Okay, ChatGPT, we are currently standing outside of a Devil's Toy Box, which is a room with mirrors facing each other. I want you to try and explain why this could be a bad idea, because people theorize that this could open a portal. Could you give us any insight on what we could be dealing with here?
Whoa, that's intense. A Devil's Toy Box with mirrors facing each other creates infinite reflections, which some believe can open a paranormal portal. The idea is that the infinite reflections could trap spirits or create a vortex, drawing in supernatural entities. It's a theory rooted in the mysterious and unknown aspects of reflective surfaces in the paranormal world. While it's not scientifically proven, the idea of opening a portal is enough to give anyone chills. It's like stepping into a gateway to the unknown, and who knows what might come through. So, if you're outside one, it's probably best to stay cautious.
Oh.
ChatGPT is giving me a little spook.
I got a little chills on that.
ChatGPT is a good storyteller. So with that being said, though, if you think about in history, right, a lot of people do meditations, right, and even scrying goes back centuries, right? People use water as people use water as reflection.
Yes.
People have used mirrors. People have used a variety of things as a way to try and do scrying, and inadvertently, this is a form of that.
Before we started, we even said, so we were talking about like, people always say don't put mirrors towards each other, but we like, no one ever answers that. Like, why is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
But yeah, people like always talk about that. And here we are with a perfect cube with mirrors facing each other.
Well, and then you've got, I want to say it's the Victorian era, I may be wrong, but they used to cover up the mirrors so that the spirits didn't get trapped and they could go to the appropriate place. And it just shows you the superstitions that people have had
long rooted
with mirrors, and you've literally created a box of mirrors. So we're gonna see if the spirits here can tell us how this has affected the place, and if this is the cause of the ramping of the activity. And we also want to figure out if this has affected Sarah positively or negatively. This may have strengthened that entity that people have theorized is a demon or whatever it could be, or it could have taken her away. So let's jump into it. Ooh,
You okay?
I had it.
What?
The weird,
Like deja vu type thing?
yeah.
Okay, Adam just saw a shadow.
Okay. Was it to that? We were just talking, and yeah, coming around the corner, I had you go back with the light because you weren't filming, but your light was on, and there was a dark shadow. It moved really quick when we came around the corner, but then I had you do it again. It was not the same. It was like something was standing right here and then zipped really quick.
And then
Well,
now-
so the moment he said that's only the second time I've ever had that happen in this building, like the top of my head tingled, and then it felt like I've had this weird thing recently where certain things like trigger. It's almost like I've been in the moment already.
It was like, the one was like, it was upstairs. It was just there in the darkness, lightning flash, and boom, it was there. Your lighting just came around, like I'm covered in chills because like we were being watched, then it was like, it just got out of the way. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like right here in the middle of my head, and it feels like something's like this.
Yeah.
But the moment he said that's only the second time I've had it, it was just like, I'd heard that already. That's crazy. Okay, so I told you guys that we had people joining us tonight on the channel. So, without further ado, Audrey and Bella.
Hello.
And cameraman.
My boyfriend Max.
I'm Max. I hold the camera most of the time.
I'm Audrey. And I'm Bella. We're Audrey and Bella.
And they are a newer channel. They've only been around for what, like a year?
Yeah.
And I saw one of their videos come across my TikTok, and I said, I'm gonna send them a message and we're gonna do a video. So that's exactly what I did. And they're here with us tonight. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna start investigating. We've had a ton up until this point between our walk around with Adam and our deep theories that we've done in our deep theories that we jumped into with him, and then all of the history that we jumped into back at the house. The only thing left we have to do is investigate this bitch. So without further ado, let's do it. Close that door behind you, Scott.
Okay. Yeah, these mannequins are super creepy. This one right here.
That one kind of looks like you. I'm just kidding.
Well, you're married to me, so what does it say about you?
I guess I'm into faceless.
You're this one, and that's me.
So, have you guys ever been here before?
No, this is our first time being here.
So, this is their first time. And this is one of my favorite places for a lot of reasons, but it can get very weird very quick. Now, as you guys heard earlier, first time I went up into the asylum, I got very sick and I had to leave. But we're gonna start our investigation in the phantom anomaly room, the hole.
We're gonna go get in the hole.
We're gonna go jump.
That's what she said.
We're gonna go jump in the hole.
Jump in the hole.
So that's where we're headed now. But Adam has essentially like decked this place out with a variety of old style wheelchairs satanic symbols, you know, the whole
Just the
nine.
normal stuff that every building needs to have.
And then
Just
back
trees.
this way, you've got the anomaly in the floor. As they saw it, but
Which is so crazy.
they dug it up and never found anything.
Insane.
But this is actually the spot that the cadaver dogs had a reading, and when they brought in the ground penetrating radar, that is where the football-sized anomaly showed up. But when they dug 3 feet down,
Nothing.
nothing was there.
It's crazy that the people said, like, they would have placed money on there being something in the hole.
Yeah, so essentially they said after 20 years of doing that job, they had never had something that big not be there.
Yeah.
So this place is weird. A lot of people have rumored a woman that was buried here or an illegitimate child that was buried here. That was kind of like the lore in Madison, but this kind of added to it a little bit more. So let's get set up. I'm gonna reset it.
What the heck? That has literally never gone off.
It's already starting to. He just put it down.
I thought that was him like setting it up.
That's a terrifying noise. What the hell?
Maybe it's like almost dead or something.
No, that's crazy.
If you have epilepsy, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm gonna assume it's almost dead.
Yeah, we'll assume.
Lauren, if you watch this, please comment.
Let us know.
But I'm pretty sure it's almost dead.
This is the Nova, you guys.
This is a dead Nova.
Dead Nova.
That's
All right.
weird.
We'll set something else up.
Dance party.
Okay, yeah, I think it's dead.
Okay.
Well-
That reminds me of the scene on SpongeBob when they're in like that big dome arena, and he's singing. You don't remember that?
Dome, Sandy's house.
No, they're in like a big
I want to
like,
rock. What's that
arena dome. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Here's the REM pod.
song? Okay.
Wow.
So we'll put this
That got me excited.
in the. I know. I thought it was going off.
Yeah.
It was just dying. Damn it.
Wait, well, I don't remember what I was even talking about before.
Okay, so we'll put that where the cadaver dogs.
Sorry.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, I just brought my nose up, sorry.
That's a terrifying noise. It's just Max.
And then maybe put this one out there, so.
Here, I'll let you do it since I got the camera. Even though you're wearing the 20-pound bulletproof vest that adds so much weight.
Why does no one ask about the
It's necessary.
Necessary for the ghost hunting.
Yeah, I mean, the ghosts might come after me.
Yeah. If you guys want more activity, you need the vest.
Yeah.
So that's setting, and there we go. Okay.
Perfect.
All right, spirits. We're calling out to Sarah. She's not known to be down here, but we know that Adam has built a portal of sorts upstairs. And tonight we're trying to see what impact that has had on you guys.
Especially Sarah.
Especially Sarah. Now, Sarah, some people have said you're a demon. Some people have said you're an egregore. Some people have said you're a little girl. So, if Sarah is here with us, can you set off one of the devices that we have out or in the hallway? Stomach?
I hear people's stomachs.
That second one was my
I thought it
stomach.
was yours. Yeah.
That second one was mine. I didn't hear anything the first time.
Can you make a loud noise for us somewhere?
Savannah, do you have the key too?
I do. It's in
I
the.
think I might climb into the hole. Wait,
It just went off.
so something just passed by the left side of it in the drunk tank.
Did you just walk in the room with us? Were you walking into this room?
There's a red can over here. If you get close to it, it will light up and let us know that you're here.
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. That also works because I'm holding it in my hand.
Can you select yes again if you're willing to communicate with us? Use that blue device in Kalani's hand that he's holding. Green is yes, red is no.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Kalani's getting in the hole. I feel like this won't be a graceful transition, so. Oh wait,
I thought it was pretty
that was
good.
pretty stealthy actually. It's the best.
Yep.
Okay. So you said you'd be willing to communicate. Can you come touch my right hand?
Yes. Yes.
That's the wrong hand.
That's my left hand.
What? There was something out there. When it said yes, I heard something out here right
Hey, wait. Can you touch my right hand again? Try it one more time.
Come on, just do it one more time, please.
Is this Sarah?
Did you hear a voice?
I'm hearing stuff out here. It's like faint walking. Like
Did
that's
you hear it?
There it is.
Look at that.
The flux just went off.
And you're talking about what's
Where
in the
is you talking
hallway.
about it?
I just heard.
If that's you, Sarah, can you come in the room, please?
I'm hearing a voice. I thought I heard a
Like
woman out there.
a woman's
yes.
voice?
Yes, I thought I heard a woman out there.
Yeah, I heard a woman's voice twice.
I'm standing in the hole. And I'm just asking for you to come touch my right hand. There's a black device in it. You've made the device in the hallway go off. Can you just come touch this one more time?
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. Sound like metal.
That wasn't
I
you?
wasn't sure if it was a noise or the equipment going off, but I heard something when he was like finishing up talking.
Let me see if I can recreate it.
Mm-mm.
No, it was something out
It
there.
sounded like someone just hit like a metal can. Like, dong.
Yeah.
Was there somebody that was buried down here at one point? Could you signify with a piece of our equipment?
You look like a contractor that's working on a house. Nail the wood.
Maybe I need to sit.
Okay.
I think Adam said something about Sarah likes to like touch people or scratch her, and he doesn't know if like it's an accident that she's scratching people or if she's like reaching out to them and it just like comes across as like
A scratch.
a scratch, because that's like how maybe that it works with the spirit world.
I want to be scratched by Sarah.
That was my stomach.
Okay. Can I ask if Sarah scratches people?
Sure.
Sarah, are you known to scratch people, or do you touch people here and maybe it ends up looking like a scratch even though you don't mean it to be?
Kalani has a blue device in his hand you can use to answer that question.
It's just crazy that this was blipping a little bit.
And then now nothing?
No, nothing. Which if we were getting an environmental,
It would be continuing to go off.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. If you don't want to use our equipment, can you make a loud, audible noise somewhere for us?
That might be me.
Let us hear your footsteps or knock on the wall.
Okay, this is an airplane mode.
Okay.
Good old spirite talkie.
A spirit. Okay. We have another device out on the floor that can let you be a little.
We just invite whoever's out there to step into the room with us now.
You can be really accurate with this device down here. Maybe give us your name. That would be helpful. Then we can address you properly.
I don't know, I feel like...
Careful in here.
Be careful in here.
Be careful in here. Actually, we should introduce ourselves. My name is Savannah, and I'm here with my husband Kalani, and
I'm Bella.
I'm Audrey.
No, Max.
we don't mean you any harm. We're just here to communicate with you. We'd love to learn more about your story, specifically Sarah. We have some questions for Sarah.
Sarah, have you lost power since other entities?
Children here.
Children.
Well, everyone...
Yes.
Ooh.
So she has lost power.
So that makes you wonder. Like, because a lot of people think she's a darker
Entity?
entity. But the activity here is ramped up since he built the Devil's Toy Box.
Right.
So good.
Are there other malevolent entities here now that are occupying the same space that weren't here before? Could you let us know with a piece of our equipment?
Twenty.
20.
It's weird that we get a number.
Do you
I
just
said-
ask about the malevolent
I
spirits?
said, are there any other
And then we get
malevolent spirits here?
20? Yikes.
Have they come through that portal that Adam made? Is that how they're traveling in and out of the seminary? Is through the Devil's Toy Box? If so, can you use that device in the hallway?
It's just quiet all of a sudden.
I don't know, I feel like if I was like the head honcho here and then all of a sudden he made this door for all these other people to come in, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, you'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah, because like this was her spot, or
Whatever Sarah
spot.
is, yeah.
And all of a sudden he opens up this giant ass portal welcoming whatever in here,
Yeah.
and she says, or whatever says, that it's weaker now because of it.
Yeah, I feel like that has to, because like when you think about entities and the way that we think they work, you think like the more people that go to a location and ask for something, the more energy that you yourself are feeding into them. Well, people coming here are now looking for other entities because
Myself.
because oh, what the hell
What
was
was
that?
That's right above me.
Oh my gosh.
I just said no.
No.
Are you upset that we're talking about your demise, essentially?
Because I'm just thinking, since people aren't feeding their own energy into asking for you as much now, that's probably why you're
Yeah,
not.
we've got people coming here to go to the Devil's Toy Box. We got people that are looking for Mary. We got people that are looking for other spirits here that aren't just you.
People aren't putting their energy into Sarah anymore.
I feel like that would make...
Does that bother you? Does that upset you in any way? Can you let us know with this blue device? Are you upset that you're being overshadowed?
Well, and like the portal is like the new thing here. It's like Sarah's kind of old news.
Even Lauren's thing too.
Yeah, like Lauren's got something here now.
The mirror room.
There's the mirror room.
It's
Sarah's
like-
kind of like,
Nobody's really coming here for Sarah anymore.
she's like the matinee showing.
Yeah.
No one's coming here for her anymore.
Does that bother you? Does that make you upset?
And I feel like if it is a darker force, that's how it loses its powers. People stop investing in it.
Well, I feel like for anything.
Roger.
Roger. Did Roger come through the new
I don't know.
portal?
What if it doesn't mean Roger? What if it means like,
Oh.
like confirmation?
Yeah.
True, yeah.
What does that mean? Edwardian.
What does that word mean?
Edwardian.
Edwardian? Is that a word?
I don't know. I've
Look it
never
up.
heard of it.
I think, is it in reference to
In reference to what?
time period?
Edwardian?
Oh, it is. It
An
is.
era.
It's an era, so it corresponds to the reign of King.
Edward?
Oh, okay, King. Yeah,
Yeah.
King Edward.
In Great Britain.
It encompasses the years 1901 through 1919.
So that, was this place,
Around?
maybe they were from that time period?
No?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Alright. Don't know why you said that then, but alright. No worries.
Why are we getting British? Maybe they know about my food.
British
reviews.
food reviewer. I don't know.
Who knows
That
what
is
can come through that portal too?
True, yeah. You never know.
Well, also, who knows what could be attached to us? Because we have actually been
And investigated in the UK.
and investigated in
I have an attachment.
Do you?
the UK.
Yeah.
You have an attachment.
Yeah, I have an attachment
name
from
is
Hotel
John.
Conneaut. John, he, during the Estes method, he didn't want me to leave. And then he followed me home because I heard him the next day. And then whenever other investigations happened, we asked if he followed us, and he said yeah.
So what if we have an attachment from the UK that was alive during the Edwardian Edwardian era?
Could be.
Because with that school we went to was around during that time period, as well as the nunnery.
Yeah. I feel like we have to move to Sarah's room.
Yeah, I feel like that's the natural progression, because I feel like we have made contact
Down here.
with whatever it is. Because the moment you started talking shit about
Yeah.
Sarah is when we heard the noise above us.
So let's go to like Sarah's environment.
Yeah. So now we are standing in Sarah's room, which again, right back there is where people say there's a portal. And this is also the area where people have come in contact with Sarah the most. Now, I think it's possible that we just had a contact downstairs. But
We wanted to come into the space where like
she's
people are
known to be.
Yeah.
So we got the PS device out here. We'll have this right now. We got a REM pod out over there. And then we have our music box in the hallway just in case there's any motion so we can hear that. So again, Sarah, we're calling out to you specifically. If you're here with us, can you give us a sign with a piece of equipment, please? Just use some of your energy and try and touch a piece of equipment to let us know that you're here and can hear my voice.
You know, it kind of feels like you're not really powerful anymore.
Yeah, it seems like after he built that toy box, you're kind of an afterthought. He opened the door for so many other entities to come in, and now you're not what you used to be.
That's part of why we're here, is to find out if that's true.
I don't think anybody else heard this. I thought Max would have heard it because he's closer, but I swear I thought I heard something in the hallway. It sounded like it came in from the hallway.
Like footsteps
Like-
or...
Like a not like a clap, but it was kind of like a snap or something. Like maybe if somebody went like that on the hardwood floor. That on the hardwood floor with like their foot or something. I
Yeah.
can't really, it's like hard to explain. But I swear I heard something, and every single time I hear something, no one else hears it.
I heard something though. And then when we hear stuff,
I don't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I heard something. It was like pretty loud, honestly.
All right. So we've heard that this closet has magic abilities. The magic closet.
Wow.
I've just come out of the magical closet.
I
Okay.
thought you were gonna say something else.
I came out of it earlier, so we're on the same team here.
Nice. Sarah, can you come out of the closet? I wonder if this is like her personal portal, then everybody else has to use the main one.
Maybe she has like her own, you know.
It's like a VIP portal.
Yeah.
All the other
No wait time.
all the other peasant ghosts have to use the mirror room.
Yeah. But the mirror room's more pimped out though, like.
Yeah, that
know?
room's a little bit more fancy.
Exactly.
Like private though.
Maybe that's why she's upset.
Oh, they got the fancier portal.
They got the upgrade.
Is
Yeah.
that why you're mad?
Are you mad that they got the fancy cosmetic upgrade to their portal? And yours is just a beige closet with some metal hooks?
Is that beige?
Yeah.
More like a how about
It's like a cream.
cream? I don't feel
That color is trending on TikTok. It's called Swiss coffee.
I'm not feeling portal vibes.
Not feeling portal vibes. I think we should do an Estes in there.
Yeah, I mean that might be what we're needing right now.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
connection.
Connection. Perfect.
So maybe we'll get you connected. Like this
Connection.
is a bad sequence.
Melissa's gonna make that a GIF.
Yikes.
That was your GIF of the
Gift for the vid.
vid.
Wait, it just said something.
That's
Not.
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 That's weird. I was just
Wait,
playing
it's
with
not
my
a
hair,
portal.
like getting my knots out. It says not like K-O-K-N-O-T.
Makes sense.
I was just
Not
playing
an-
with my hair.
Should have clarified.
Getting knots out.
Maybe Sarah has knots in her hair and she wants us to brush her hair.
All right.
True.
Well, let me tell
Hair
you, that
salon.
doll downstairs needs to have her hair brushed.
Heavy.
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 Heavy knots. Wow. All right, get that set up for me. Or I'm assuming, do you want me to do it or do you want someone else to do
Yeah,
it?
you can. Here.
You know what I think of a knot? Someone hanging in.
Oh yeah, we can release.
Could be.
Are you doing the throat slash for?
That's the wrong thing. Yeah. Hanging. Okay, Sarah. So my wife has gone under the headset in the magic portal closet. Fatal. Wait, you were just saying something about someone hanging.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Because it said knot, and we were trying to like figure out what kind of connection that was. And when I think of knot, I think of like
Linger. Did you lose your life here? Did you lose your life here?
I can't breathe.
Wait, I can't breathe.
That
I was saying that
clear.
earlier.
It was a man's voice.
I
Okay,
said that earlier when I was in this room.
I wonder if someone was
I couldn't
was
breathe
choked
when I was
out.
in this room. And
The
we're talking
noose?
about a
The knot?
noose.
make a knot to make a noose.
Were you choked out here by someone? Box. The toy box.
Full blast. Irritated.
You're irritated. Did you come through the portal? The devil's toy box.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. Have you taken
Communication.
have you taken dominion
I don't
over this
have any.
place?
43 years.
43.
Everything I've said has been a woman except for that first part.
Maybe
I don't have any.
One.
Are you saying you've lost? Is this Sarah saying she's lost power? Sarah, if this is you, I need you to be very clear. Has your power been weakened by that portal?
Yes.
I heard that.
Sweet.
I heard that. Okay, so
They don't.
you're losing your power. Are there stronger malevolent entities coming into this building?
No.
I mean, she kind of answered.
They haven't. Oh, okay.
Wait, no, they haven't.
It sounds like someone's speaking for her, maybe.
I want more
She wants more power.
to discuss.
You won't. Okay, how can we offer you up more power? You can take my energy. I don't know how you do that, but you can come grab it. I've got a truck
What?
I've got a truck outside you can use.
You were here.
I have been here many times.
Here?
Yes. Yep. I've lived here for a week.
I remember.
Share. We did share the space. Sarah, my question for you is there anything that we can do for you to ensure that...
Lose my mind.
Couch. One of these rooms has a couch.
I just heard something in the hall.
Is there anything we can do to make sure you don't leave this place?
24.
24.
Year.
The year.
24 is
It
the
is.
year.
It is 2024
It
for
is.
us. Yes.
Yep.
What year is it for you?
Room.
Couch is room.
Couch room.
Couch room.
Help.
How can we help you? Tell us what we need to do. How can we give you more power? Does it have something to do with that mirror room? Empathy.
Empathy.
Out.
Do you need an empath?
All of it. The people.
All of the people out?
Out.
People. Like
Okay.
she wants all of us like to get out.
Yes.
I want.
Okay.
You want all of us out?
Everyone.
Everyone. Oh my god.
Do you mean also the people that have come through the portal?
Stop.
Stop.
You seem kind of irritated, Sarah.
It's like she wants you to stop talking about the people that are coming through the portal.
Maybe she's not allowed to.
Maybe because if we talk about the portal more, it gives the portal more power. The entities that come through gain more power the more we talk about them.
Portal. Swear it said portal.
The same way that she got power because people talked about her, she's losing it because people are talking about the portal and not her. Is that what this is? You're losing your power because people are not talking about you?
Rage.
Did I say rage?
Yep.
No way.
Sarah is raging right now.
48 years.
48 years. It just said 43 years
43,
a little bit
yeah.
ago.
Why do you keep giving us years? Do you have anything else you want to tell us, Sarah?
Straight.
Straight?
Straight.
Straight jacket, maybe?
Possibly, yeah.
Train.
Train? Is there a toy train somewhere?
Well, there's a train that runs by here all the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we
there
just
is.
heard it earlier.
I bet Sarah's pissed. And there she goes.
Okay, it got kind of quiet.
That was really good.
That was really good.
Like very, very good.
Anything cool?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I-
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
I think we need to find this room with the couch.
Room with a couch.
Let's see if there is one.
There's a couch in the. There's a couch in like the room where we found Raven and stuff.
I don't know where this couch room is. So it said something about couch room. So I'm looking for the room right now. Wait. That's not terrifying. Yeah.
Do you have that epic or no?
No.
Huh?
No.
Can you get it out?
No.
Oh.
I'm just walking over here. Huh? I don't see a couch on this floor.
Did you know what it said?
Uh-uh.
It said to go upstairs.
Where?
The PRS said to go upstairs. This did.
Just now?
Yeah. You walked away, but it said go upstairs.
Grave.
See? Upstairs.
Oh, it actually did. Yeah. Okay, so we're upstairs after it said to go upstairs. Now this was the old asylum part. Now this is where people would be in catatonic states.
Which is so crazy that we just watched the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing about like
Wow,
the
you're about to...
catatonic-
No.
What? Oh.
You're gonna blow the whole script.
Sorry.
You're like one of them people you sit next to in the
Wait,
movie.
no, that doesn't give away anything.
You're giving away the whole movie.
Okay. Am I making things up, or did you walk out on to like stairs out here or something at one point? On like a live before it was covered up. I feel like I remember.
Yeah, you can walk out there. Okay, let's go back into the like the open
Main
section.
area.
There's a lot of weird stuff that happens back here.
Yeah.
But
Well, I feel like this was the worst of the worst in terms of
energy
and like the treatment that the people had, and the people were up here kind of like away from everything, so any of like the bad conditions they were in and things that were done to them, it was kind of just ignored and people didn't really know about it. However, I mean, I think there definitely were rumors in the town that these people were mistreated, but I think a lot of that happened up here.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys heard, but Adam said that people would come by in the town, and when they would drive by this building, they would see hands in the windows up here waving out.
No, we did not say that. It's terrifying.
Yeah, so in each of these windows right here, people would be sitting and they couldn't see anything, but they could see hands
Oh my God. That's
waving from the windows.
Which is so sad, because like those people just wanted like a piece of the outside world, and like that window was literally all they had. They were just and I can only imagine how cold it got up here, how hot it got up here. Like they were just in the most extreme of conditions.
Yeah,
So
because like
sad.
even today, if you come in the summertime, it's hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like up here, the vibe is different. So over that way, through that threshold is where I first got sick. And I will say, I think this is the area for men especially where it can get very bad very quickly. Because this is where a lot of women would have been. This is where, at one point in time, almost all of this square footage was filled with sick women.
They were just packed in here.
Packed in here, some of them catatonic, some of them just sick.
So men wouldn't be.
So men would not have been up here.
So we'll see how Max is affected, how
see.
you're affected.
Yeah, and then we've got you three
Yeah.
to be the
Kind of like equal, like neutralize.
The balance.
Balance, yeah.
yeah. Okay. So we're calling out to any of the patients up here, or anyone that has come through, whether it be the closet portal, or the mirror. I had this on. Oops. If you'd be willing to speak with us tonight, we just have a few questions for you because people...
Tragedy.
Tragedy.
It was a tragedy how you were treated here.
And that's part of what we want to tell folks, and part of why we do so much of the history here, is we want people to understand what you went through and how tough that was for you. Were you a patient here? People said that they saw hands waving out the windows when they would drive or walk by. Did you used to wave at people?
I heard something down there too.
If we just heard you in the hallway, can you make another loud noise?
Mike.
Mike? M-I-K-E?
That's Max's real name.
My real name's Michael.
Oh, it's
That's
calling
crazy.
Out. It's calling out to you, Max.
What the heck?
Oh shit.
What?
Oh. It's
you.
It's me. I saw like that weird.
Shit, it's the chair.
I saw this and I was like, what is going on? We're about to be abducted. Okay, that was me.
That's crazy.
Are you calling out to Mike?
Yeah, you'll call him that now.
It's crazy how they knew your actual name.
Yeah.
Does anyone call you that?
No one at all, not even my
That
family.
we just posted, well, not like the convention before that. We were at this road, and our like Estes method session, they also said Mike, or it was like Michael or something.
Really?
All is well.
All is well.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad all is well.
Can you physically see us in the environment you're in, or can you only hear us? I also have this blue device that you can answer yes or no. So if you can physically see us and hear us, hit yes. If you can only hear us, hit no. No. Thank you.
Over here.
Oh.
Can you make a loud noise where you are?
We can only hear you. We can't physically see you, so you'll have to make a noise for us to know where you are. Can you knock or maybe make a big step? That's me.
If that was you we heard in the hallway, can you give us confirmation? It's weird how we immediately got a response if they could only hear us. Well, let's walk a little bit over this way and just try and stand still.
Feet shuffling too a little bit whenever we were.
I wonder if they can if they can't see us, if they can still see like the colors of like.
Well, so like, it always makes me wonder, the same way we see shadow figures, like what if that's how we show up to them?
Yeah.
So they're just seeing us as shadows?
That would make sense.
Can you make another noise for us so we can hear where you are in the room?
Healthy.
I thought I was gonna say hell.
Healthy? Well, you're not imagining us.
Can you knock on the wall?
Can you maybe knock back to this?
Maybe let's go try some EVPs.
Yeah, let's go in the doctor's office.
So red in here. It was red out there too, but there's also a red light up
So
there.
red, bro.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm not listening to hear anything out the scale.
Alright, here you go. Okay, so I have this silver device in my hand. Again, you said you could only hear us. This is a way for us to hear you. So I'm going to set it here on top of the medicine cabinet. When you walk in the room, it's to your right, about 12 feet. So if you'd like to communicate with us, it'll be here sitting. I'm going to ask you a few questions and give you time to respond. If you were a patient here, can you come to this device and give us your name, please? Are you aware that Sarah's angry? That she's losing power because of the portal that's been opened?
That was my ankle bone.
If you're still here with us, can you give us a loud sound? Or talk to this device, please? Do you think that we're ghosts in the space that you're currently in?
Did you hear my ankle bone?
Mm-mm.
I heard it.
It was so loud. It sounded like someone walking.
Sarah's angry that she's losing power because of the portal that's been opened.
There's an ankle bone.
It might have been me moving.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I thought I heard something. Right there.
If you're still here with us, can you give us a loud sound? Or talk to this device, please?
Right there.
Something talks into it.
Yeah. To me, it's not like it said it's a secret.
Whoa. Whoa.
I do kind of hear that a little
It
bit.
sounded like,
I hear
If you're still here with us, can you give us a loud
it
sound?
sounds like a little girl.
Or talk to this device, please?
Something secret.
Yeah,
I do kind of hear that.
secret.
What did you hear?
Nice voice. Give us a loud sound. Or talk to this device, please?
Yeah, it's like she's whispering.
I do, yeah, I really do.
Because-
What was that? Did you hear something?
Yes.
Like a scratch across the floor?
Yep.
When I first heard that, I thought it was you beginning to say something.
No.
I heard
But it was-
secret. Whenever I heard the first time, I heard secret.
In the space that you're currently in?
Wait, there's one more.
It's like a cry.
Wait, right there. Hang on. Yeah. It's at 3 seconds. Help me?
What the heck?
It's so creepy.
Yes. Bro, that is like straight up in there. Like that was right
That
next
was
to it.
weird.
It's the first ones we've caught on this, actually.
Yeah, ever. That's crazy.
Chills. That's insane.
So we caught 2 in that one session.
Wow.
It's a secret.
Help
me. I'm trying to think. So this room, when Adam talks about this room, he talks about the guy first saw a table in here with 45-degree leg clamps and arm clamps.
And the guy described it as it looked like a torture device.
There was a dentist light over it, and he said it looked like a torture device. 2 weeks later, he comes back. All
It's
the equipment's gone.
And nobody
Kinda crazy.
ever talked about this room, and it's a secret. Help me. Like this, what was going on in here was a secret.
There were some shady things going on.
Yeah. Whether it was experimentation.
Grab the REM pod really quick,
or...
Savannah.
Okay, I don't know where it is.
Right outside the door.
Okay.
Where did we just go? Gettysburg? We got some EVPs on there. Like, and it was cool.
That's crazy.
You did? You got some EVPs on there?
And it's really scary because you can just straight up hear their voice rather than them just making a noise.
Yeah, it's really crazy to like hear them.
Yeah.
And what they
Okay.
sound like.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we heard you say you needed help and that it was a secret. Are you talking about what happened in this room? Was it experimental procedures that took place? Was that Sarah saying she needed help for more power?
Did they do things to people up here that no one ever knew about?
Time is it? Okay, just make sure.
Okay, so we heard you say you needed help and that it was a secret. Are you talking about what happened in this room? Was it experimental procedures that took place?
That's like
Something's
2
tapping
taps.
on it.
Heck?
Right there.
It's clear, yeah. It's like they're like poking it to see what it is.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
There's this thing on.
wait,
Was that Sarah saying
right there again.
Was that Sarah saying she needed help for more power?
For whistling?
Did they do things to people up here that no one ever knew about?
I don't know. I feel like at this point, honestly, it's time.
For the Devil's Toybox?
Yeah. What do you
Sounds
think?
creepy.
I think let's go.
Help me.
Let's go to the mirror room.
It sounded even like almost like a little girl though too.
Yeah.
Like a little like I don't know.
Is it
Is that one
Sarah?
of the
Did she
theories?
need our help?
Well, I think Sarah. But the thing is, it's like we don't know if what we're hearing is actually a little girl.
No.
It could just be something that,
Well, you don't know if
It's
it's
whispered,
Sarah.
so it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
or like it could just be making itself sound like a little
Like a
girl.
little girl.
Disguising itself.
I don't know. Let's go.
I don't like little ghost girls.
Let's go to the mirrored portal. Are you ready?
It's time to, this is what we've been waiting for, is to go to the mirror room. This is what we've been talking about all night, is this giant portal. So I think I'm
Only
excited,
makes
I'm ready.
sense. Let's go get into it.
Okay, so I'm kind of standing in the Devil's Toy Box.
Yeah, you're not too tall.
And I will tell you, it's kind of trippy. So come in and close the door. Will you guys close the door really quick? So just take a look at this.
So we're just like completely surrounded.
Mirror, facing mirror, facing mirror.
Mirrors
facing mirror.
above us. It's crazy. So he's gonna do Estes, see if anything from this portal will come through.
We're trying to communicate with the entities that are coming through from this artificial portal, as we call it. So it's not a natural one. It has to be an artificial one.
See what happens. You guys look like a little family on the phone. All three of you right in front of the castle.
We're at a funeral, yeah.
Yeah.
You're observing, cool. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
Honestly, do you want to sit here? Am I great in the middle?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
What? The lens.
All right.
You guys want to ask questions?
Sure, we can ask questions.
So just like trying to contact anything in the portal.
Okay, well I guess we can start off with like
I'm gonna sit over here.
The door.
I'll sit on that.
okay, so we can start off with just like
Communicate.
Oh,
Perfect.
we do want to communicate with you.
Is there an entity that has come through the portal just now and wants to communicate with us?
How?
how?
Are you wondering how to come through the portal? There's a bunch of mirrors, and if you go up to them, they'll be able to let you through. That's what this devil's box is for. It's for you to travel in and out of different dimensions, worlds.
He's right there.
Who's right here?
Are you talking about Kalani? In the box?
Who's he? Who are you talking about?
Sigil.
Which one is that?
Sigil?
Why do I know that word, but I don't know what it means?
I think like I'm thinking of like
Residual. But no, that.
A sigil's like a
Oh, it's like a symbol.
yeah.
A
Yes.
sigil.
I was gonna say artifact, but it's a symbol.
Is it in witchcraft? People like.
Move out.
Move out.
Do you want Kalani to move out of the box?
Felt something just pulled on my vest or touched my vest right here. It just had like a pop.
I got pulled earlier.
It's trying to get him out.
Do you want him out of there? Are you trying to save him from something negative? Or are you the negative energy?
7.
7. We got 7 twice during our investigation.
7's a good number though.
So then that's 3 7s that we've gotten.
We also have 7 tattoos.
Yeah.
Do you?
Both of us.
Mhm.
That's.
Mine's on my ankle.
Oh, I thought you meant in total. You mean the number.
Yeah.
Yes, sigil is an inscribed or painted symbol considered to have magical power, like a seal.
Weird.
Maybe the star on your they're looking at.
Could be. I don't know.
This is pain.
What's pain for you?
maybe like trying to communicate with us is like hard or painful.
You can use some of our energy if that's what you mean, if it's hard to communicate.
Bitch.
Wow.
Who are you calling a bitch?
Me?
Are you calling one of us girls that, or?
They ain't talking to me.
Why are you calling us that word? Did we upset you?
Guess where?
Just want us to guess where it is.
Are you hiding from us?
From.
What did he say? Where from?
Where from?
Guess where? Are we guessing where you're from?
Are you
Keep
from?
asking.
Okay.
Keep asking like questions.
Did you come through a portal?
Just said GD.
GD. Did
What?
you come through a portal in this box? Maybe you're not from the seminary, but you've traveled from somewhere else.
Why do you seem to be so angry?
Down below.
Oh no.
Down below is in hell.
Is that where this glass portal leads to?
What do you mean down below?
Chloe?
Chloe? Is that your name? Chloe?
We've heard that this is like a man-made portal and a bunch of spirits travel through this. If you're a spirit that has traveled through this portal to the Madison Seminary, can you confirm?
Upstairs?
Upstairs. We were just upstairs.
What about upstairs?
Yeah, maybe this is the same spirit we were talking to upstairs. The EVP recordings.
Was that you that said help me when we were upstairs?
She's the asshole.
Who?
Whoever we were talking to upstairs?
Oh.
We hate her.
Why do you hate
The
her?
girl upstairs?
Hate.
Oh my god. Is she maybe a positive spirit and she prevents you from hurting people here?
What if they're talking about Sarah?
Oh,
They hate Sarah, so they took her energy.
Are you talking about Sarah? Do you hate Sarah? That could be true.
Yeah.
Sarah did used to get a lot of attention here. Do you not like her?
Fear?
Do you fear Sarah?
Thought I just felt my chair move a little bit.
Can you pull on Kalani's hair? Can you let him feel you? Or like tap him on the shoulder, something like that?
Come out!
That was like
And it was
really
right when I
strong.
was like looking out on the hallway too.
I was not a fan.
Do you want us to come out of the room, or do you want Kalani to come out of the box?
That's what I'm
See?
Maybe once
They
you
want
guys-
us to see him.
Maybe, or they want us to go in there and look.
Let me look in the hallway.
I was just about to like look in the hallway.
What do you want
Over
us
your
to
shoulder?
Wait, so if I'm here, over my shoulder is in the room? But it was as soon as
I
I
thought I heard a laugh.
No.
Maybe it's messing with
They're
It's
loud.
messing
It's
with
messing.
me.
Yeah.
Are you tricking me? Are you not really out in the hall?
Yeah, because it'll be like, oh, I'm over here, then I'm over here, I'm over here.
It wants us to find it.
Are you trying to play games with us?
Trickster spirit.
Can you make a loud noise somewhere? If you want us to find you.
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say where you are?
Take the mark.
Mark? Oh no.
What?
The first thing when he says take the mark, all I can think of is like take the mark of like the beast or something. Like just something
That's what I thought
satanic.
of.
Yeah.
Like scary.
Yeah, that's like the only thing that like goes to my mind when I hear that.
Take the mark.
The mark of
Please.
Devil, mark of the beast.
Please. What are you talking about? Can you be more specific? You still never answered my question. Do a lot of spirits travel through this portal? Is that a real thing?
Thank you.
Oh God, for what?
What are you thanking us
Energy,
for?
I don't even know.
Always. Max.
Nuh-uh.
No.
They've mentioned you twice now.
He said thank you. Always.
Maybe
Max.
What are you
Your
thanking
energy.
me for?
There's like a deeper voice coming through now.
Creepy. Who are we talking
Release us.
No.
Maybe. This is gonna sound stupid, but it's like talking to Max and it says release us.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Max,
like
you
the
have
time.
you have hardly any
TikTok.
time to release them.
Well, I hate to be the guy to tell you this, but I'm not going to release you.
Why are you calling out to Max only? Is there something special about him? Or something that you want to tell him?
The devil.
No. I called it. I literally called it when it said mark. What was it? Like sign the mark or whatever.
Take the mark.
Take
I
the
told
mark.
you the vibes I was getting.
Oh.
Demonic.
Here you go, Max.
Swear, stay away.
You're the only one without a cross. We're good.
That's crazy.
Maybe it is like we have crosses. I'm not really sure how much this matters, but you don't have anything. Maybe it's
Well,
trying to draw you in.
It said fear before. I think.
Wait.
I think it's just trying to strike fear in me, maybe.
Probably.
Because I feel like.
Maybe it doesn't
Run.
think you're like a believer.
Yeah,
Run.
it's trying to strike fear in me. 'Cause that's where they get energy from most of the time. Is
Like the adrenaline
fear.
and-
Yeah. You can't scare me, no matter what you say. I'm not gonna believe anything you say.
Yeah, the only
I just heard my name.
Just gonna try him
It's
now.
gonna try to get him now to be afraid.
The only way that you can get us afraid is if you slam a door. And that's not gonna happen.
It's my stomach. It's growling. Why did you say Kalani's name?
Goodbye.
I feel like I know what's going on here.
What?
They were calling like Sarah a bitch upstairs, and I think it's because they're trying to make it seem like she's a bitch when really she was like help me and stuff like that. Like this might be demonic stuff. And of course they're gonna try to make her look bad.
Right.
Or like if that was her upstairs, like Sarah.
Like she's not the bad guy. They're just
Yeah, they're
like,
just trying to
outside.
and they're trying to like feed off energy, release like all of this crap. Like
that was like weird stuff.
Oh, I'm sleepy.
that was really good.
That was
It turned
really
demonic.
weird.
It turned
Yeah, I
demonic.
tried to tell
fast.
Really
you
demonic.
to release the devil.
Yeah, I wanted Max to
It
release the
said-
devil.
You said I think
He's holding.
That's why he's holding the cross.
You said, so you said at one point you were like, sign the mark of the, and then I said the first thing I think of is like,
Or no,
sign
take the
of,
mark.
Or take the mark. The first thing I think of is like, take the mark of like the beast or the devil. That was just where my mind went. And then it just started turning demonic from there. It was like, release us. It said Max. It was like, what else did it say?
Yeah.
Like,
And then as soon
Well-
as Max said, "You can't scare me," like you're not gonna like feed off like my
Yeah.
fear, then
It
it
started
goes
going towards
to
you.
you. Because you said it said your name.
I ain't got no fear.
Because we came to the conclusion that it was trying to like make me scared so it could feed off my fear and get more energy.
And then
But-
it kept saying like bitch and stuff like that. And you were saying that maybe like whatever is dark in here is trying to make Sarah look bad. Like maybe she's not the problem.
Like she's upstairs and she's like, oh, like help me and stuff like that. And then they're down here saying bitch, but then they straight up go to like demonic stuff, like down below and all of that. Like
what if he really did open up like
something crazy?
A portal for anything to come through? I don't know, some of them voices were pretty deep.
Wild.
Like I distinctly remember from below sounded pretty weird. And there was one time where it felt like something like touched my...
Bro, there's something like touching my foot. Like, I don't know if it's something throbbing. I was letting it go first. It's right here. So I'm like sitting here and all I keep feeling is like poking like in my shoe, dude. Like, and it just like, it was freaking me out. Like, I don't think it's like throbbing. Like, why would it doesn't hurt. It feels like pressure being pushed on my foot. Like, which is weird. I never feel anything or like see anything ever. I'm sitting here and I feel like a little thing and I'm like, oh, that must be because I like moved like a joint or something. And then it just keeps happening consistently. And I'm like, dude.
Is it underneath the bed?
I don't know, but I felt it right here, like under my sock. I'm not gonna take my sock off, but like, I don't know. I thought, what if something's in my shoe? There's nothing in my shoe. Well, because it's bothering me. It feels like someone was touching me, like through my sock, like literally like that on my sock.
Well, on that note,
I don't know. It's really weird because it seems like with him creating this, it's almost like he opened a demonic portal, and now these things are just running rampant through his building. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up our night here at the Madison Seminary, and it's really weird how much we actually got answered tonight. It really does seem like there are other entities that are coming through that artificial portal that Adam has made, and some of the entities that were already here do not seem happy about it. But with that being said, huge thanks to our guests tonight. We'll drop their info below, but I'm Kalani.
And I'm Sav.
And this was our investigation of the Madison Seminary.